So, got a little branch from a beech tree right here, and I'm going to turn this into a figure 4 trap. So figure 4 is a type of deadfall. It's great for small mammals, rodents, things like chipmunks and squirrels. I actually just had a chipmunk run over my foot. Unfortunately, of course, the camera was off for that, but that's life. So, figure 4, very simple trap. I don't have any twine with me, otherwise I would make a Paiute deadfall, which is similar to the figure 4, just more of a hairpin trigger. So it's called a figure 4 because it looks like a figure 4. So this will be my base post. I'll have a cross piece coming in here and another piece coming down from the top like this. Yeah, so very simple trap, very quick to set up, very quick to make, easy to bait, and easy baiting things means that it is going to be more effective, because it's hard to come up with bait for traps in the wild unless you have access to sorry, I'm just trying to measure this, see how far I want it. Middle piece you always want to make longer than you need to start with. There's a good knot right here that I think I'm going to want to try to utilize. So I'm going to go ahead, cut it right behind this knot. The way that I'm cutting is I dig in with my knife a little bit all the way around. Make these cuts down. Always sheath the knife, and then you can just snap it away. Easy. And now I want to figure out, again, I want to try to make use of this knot. The more that you can make use of what's already available, the easier your job becomes. The easier your job becomes, the more time you have to actually go and hunt, to set traps, to do what you want to do. Okay? So I'm going to start with this a little bit longer than I need, because I can always shorten it. I can always take wood off, but you can't put wood on. This side is where my rock or log will rest. So I want to make it, if you could imagine, a big rock sitting on top of this. So you want to shape this down a little bit. And I'm going to dig in a little bit here, just at the base of this knot. I'm not cutting towards myself, don't worry. Let's see how that seats in pretty well. Now I'm going to work on this end. So keeping all of the proper ways that it lines up and getting that just right is probably the most difficult part, because you have to go opposite on a lot of things. It's hard to usually get something just opposite. I mean, I'm sure that there are people out there. No! Am I not just broke? So there's a lot of chipmunk activity around me right now. That's okay. So, my knot broke. A little disappointed about that. I was hoping that would be good, but it shows me that it wasn't as stable as I would have liked. I want this to be sticking into the trap a little bit more, so I do want something back here. So I'm gonna go ahead, marked it with my eye. I'm gonna carve a notch right here. You want to go straight down on one side, and you want to come in at an angle on the other side, because you want the back end of your cross, or the top part of the figure 4, to meet it without popping out, so that it looks something like this. That way when it comes in, sorry, my arm is blocking and my leg is blocking, but so that it comes in and meets it. I don't know if you can see any of that. I hope you can. Now you have to go on the side. So you need to have your dimensions correct. So here, here, and it's gonna have to be right there, I think. I always forget which way it's being pulled. This way, you want it to meet there. So you go on the 90-degree angle, you do the same sort of thing. And carve straight in, and then towards this. Making sure that I am actually at 90 degrees. Sorry that you can't see this right now, but I just need to get a stable working surface. You also need to make sure that the area that you have leading up to that straight edge is deep enough to fit onto the base post, the main post. And you really want it to be a good 90 degrees. I'm not totally satisfied with this, so I'm going to work at it for a minute. Good. All right. That was about here. So you want to carve a straight edge that can meet the straight edge on this other piece that you just carved. So this is the part that I find the most tricky with this trap, getting these straight edges to line up. I'm gonna go ahead, find a big rock, and get this thing set up. Alright, so got this rock right here. It's a pretty good sized rock. So the first thing I do is I stick in my base. Use my knee to prop the rock up, give it a little bit stable platform. Now the base I've stuck into the ground, actually. I don't normally do that, but I am curious. The ground right here is really soft. The most tricky part of this trap is getting this whole thing all pieced together just right so that it gets set up. Oops. You have to apply the right amount of pressure from the top so that it doesn't just slip down. I'm gonna slowly, yeah. So, as you can see, it's tricky to set up. So it wants to roll out on me. Afraid if I let go, it's gonna roll. I don't want it to roll, obviously. It needs to be good and stable. And this needs to stick in. Wondering how I can mitigate against this roll. Might need to, I think I'm gonna have to carve this, my base pole, a little bit more. rather than fight with it a lot, I'm gonna go ahead and carve this down some more. So this I've found really needs to be deeper. I don't want to go too far because I don't want to go through, so that's as deep as I'm going to go on that one. The top of this guy, the way that the rock is sitting on it, is pushing a lot of pressure and causing it to roll. So I'm going to carve this notch a little bit differently so that it seats in better from the top. I'm gonna see what that's like. I'm gonna carve this top a little bit sharper. Let's give this a try. Go ahead and take some leaves out. Doesn't matter if the leaves are there or not. I don't know why I just took them out, but just did. I'm gonna stick this under a little bit more. Part of my problem is the angle on this is a little steep. Wants to roll still. All right, there we go. So this, folks, is a figure 4 trap. The way that you would bait it is you would put some bait here on the end. You want it in there as far as you possibly can go, because you want this rock to come crashing down on that animal. Let's find a little stick. So this is a pretty flimsy dead stick, just to show you what it would be like. The end actually broke when I did that, so forget that. So what it would be like for a squirrel or chipmunk is they go here, and there we go. And that's how you make a figure 4 in just a few minutes. This is a trap that will be good for any number of squirrels, chipmunks, mice, rats, anything that could fit underneath this. Even rabbits. Rabbits, I would not use this block for a rabbit. It's not heavy enough. But definitely use it for squirrels or for chipmunks. So I'm happy with this. The cool thing about this, it's 3 simple sticks, and you can use them over and over and over again. So that's the figure 4.